Hi guys, today we're going to react to Kagakushu by Ado. This is a buy make offer request from Tyson. Thank you, Tyson, for your request and for your support. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Tyson. Much appreciated.
救ってやんなたが見えないものが見えて気づいて頭が誰にでもなろうとするそれは地球が口ばっかが憂いて泣きそうが眠れずに立って逃げられないぜ気づいてかなた忘かってんのはなんだ正義の手見下す目今で空っぽなだけだろう救ってやんなきゃな悔いてやったらばあなた知ってるただ知ってこの街の片に手に混ざって歩いてこうぜ許せない呪いを払う前にもう全部聞いてらんないわこの歌詞書いたのは誰なんか自分以外が言うようだこれは誰のも私の歌詞にあなた方が何をできるってほど答えが欲しいなら語らせよ前は誰も見てねが作ってあなたがかってんのはなんだアベイジの線ね過ごしでどこまで行ったら明日だろう
I think this is an example of what I love about Ado the most. She has this tendency to write and perform immersion preventing songs. She doesn't want you sinking into her work. She wants you on your toes. She wants you to pay attention. That's why the rhythm doesn't let you rest. It's like driving on a gravelly road and it keeps you attentive to what she's trying to say. I can only assume if we both spoke Japanese, this song would hit differently. We need to decipher from the translation and take it in that way. I think that's a major experience that I derive from reacting to Ado's work. I love the rhythm. I love her beautiful textured voice. So far, it's awesome.
Yeah, I just want to say again, thank you, Tyson. Somebody had to bring us back to Ado, and it's been a little while. She is absolutely awesome. We love her. And as soon as she started singing, it was just like, yeah, okay, this is it. And then when she did that thing with her voice where it becomes a little bit more, not exactly like a shout or something, but it's angrier, I think. I love that about her. She does that better than anyone I know. It's just fantastic storytelling. This one, we tried to work out the meaning of the word kagakushu and looked it up. It means overfitting, but we weren't sure how that relates. So we kind of had a conversation between ourselves and we came to something that is almost like, I think, overanalyzing. And that's something that Ado does beautifully in this song. And she's done this before as well, where she is both the narrator and the writer and the performer of this thing. And it's almost like she has an argument with herself within the song. And that's just kind of half the fun with Ado. And this song is just another beautiful one.
When it pertains to overanalyzing, if that's true, in my mind, it feels like she's talking about constantly working like a muscle flex without necessarily having a goal or having a destination to arrive to. So I think she's protesting against it, maybe. So you gotta have a goal, you gotta have something you're building towards, some idea to where you're going, because overanalyzing everything and allowing your mind to loop around thoughts endlessly with no purpose will just leave you exhausted at the end of the day and you won't build anything that way. It kind of hints to me that she suffers from it as an artist. It's like associative creation. She's constantly on, trying to find the next song, trying to create the next something. It's like realizing that it's exhausting and doesn't always yield fruit.
Yeah, I think that this is some kind of a critique of this making everything overly complicated, just overthinking, overanalyzing, and constantly being at war with yourself about anything. As we know from Ado in the past, she's had a lot of songs that deal with loneliness, but even more so, it's loneliness in this sort of modern world of ours. And I think here she looks at it perhaps from that angle of we are lonely in this world, perhaps because of the way we are, because we overanalyze, because we don't just let ourselves be. We have to question everything and then question our reaction to everything. And like you said, it's like a loop that you keep going through and you just can't snap out of it. I especially like the section here where she was talking about who wrote this. She's saying to herself, even though she knows that she wrote it, like, who wrote these words? It's like, I don't recognize myself in this. But obviously it's a part of her because she did put it down on paper. It's just an interesting study, I think, of people and the way we are and how sometimes it's tough for us to deal with emotions and we tend to overanalyze them. And perhaps it takes us nowhere. Perhaps it's a learning experience. Unsure yet, but we'll see where this song goes.
どこまで行ったら明日だろう救ってやったんだかついてやったんだわあなた知ってる優しいってこの街は優しくていい流しんで進もうぜ夜へない呪いを呪う前もう何も決めらんないわうまく歌っては誰なんか話すべきなら私たちはって声を上げたよ私の年にあなただったら何ができるってちょっと答えが欲しいなら測らせよまま誰も見てねが気づいてんだったらな主体性とはなんだ正義の目にめくらんでそこまで空っぽだもう何も見てらんないわ塞ぐカーテン箱の中ここからあなたに聞こえるよ私の年に私だったら何かできるねまだ答えが欲しいならからかえよまま誰も見てねが
Something I didn't address at all in the music video, I don't think we usually address that. The animation. They're telling a story, and I think, as I said before, if we both spoke Japanese, we'd probably be able to connect the dots better. There's like this whole sequence of, I assume it's her, I assume it's Ado herself, the animated girl. We see her exhausted with that book she writes in, and that book has a hold on her. There are like these tentacles that come out of this book that control her, that these blue ribbons that are connected to her, that she can't put it aside. And that book, I think, it's the over-analyzing, that workaholic mode of constantly allowing your mind to loop with endless thoughts. So that's what I think how it pertains to the subject matter, and that's something to address in the music video.
I mean, you're right. We have trouble following these animated music videos sometimes because we try to follow the lyrics at the same time. Our eyes kind of go everywhere, but we don't really catch enough. And this is the case for me with this one as well. But it looked beautiful. It sounds amazing. The subject matter is a really, really cool one because we tend to overanalyze because we care too much about what other people might think. And there's a line in this song that kept coming back to me, and it says, no one's watching though. So it's really like saying we overanalyze, but it's pointless. We don't need to, we don't have to do that. We can just make a decision, see how we go. We can make mistakes, learn from them, or make right decisions and learn from that. When you overanalyze, it tends to keep you frozen. You don't tend to go one way or the other. You just freeze in place and keep analyzing, you know.
Yeah.
You and your inner monologue, which is really what is happening here, more of an inner dialogue in a way, because she has all these different voices that are talking to each other. It's really cool, as Ado tends to be. I think she masters this, I guess, fractured psyche storytelling. It always comes across interesting and it sounds beautiful. And we've talked about it before. The storytelling part is really her strength, even the way she acts with her voice, and the lyrics are always amazing. She really is one of the most interesting artists I've come across in a long, long time. This was no different. Another awesome song from her.
Yeah. I think it pertains to the famous saying, paralysis by analysis. It's common with everybody who dabbles in creation, and that's why focus is just as important as creativity. You gotta focus. You don't focus, you'll end up looping forever and amounting to nothing. I mean, that's the worst scenario that can possibly be. That's how you lose your mind. I think those two go together.
Yeah, and a lot of the times we have options. So if we can't pick which option to go with, the best thing to do is choose one. Go see what happens. So sometimes we tend to not choose one because we don't know the outcome before we even started. And you're never going to know what's going to happen. You don't know the future. So give it a go and see what happens. She's, as always, giving us these thoughts that are always like running through our heads. It's very universal. Very, very cool artist. Thank you, Tyson, for bringing us back to Ado. She is absolutely amazing, and we appreciate your support on this. And thank you so much.
Thanks, Tyson, for requesting this song. We enjoyed reacting to it very much. We love Ado, and thank you for your support. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Ado Reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Give it a click. Check her out. She is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support you're throwing our way. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.